Hi guys, today we're going to go ahead and do a full comparison between the all-new Pixel 4 XL and last year's Pixel 3 XL. We'll also look at which one brings more value to you, which one you should buy right now. Let's go and take a look. Let's go ahead and start with the display size. I have actually the notch hidden, which I feel like is the right way to use since I can make full use of the notification panel. But let me go ahead and turn the notch back on. You can do that under System, Advanced, Developer Options, and scroll all the way down to Display Cutouts, and you could hide it, which is what I did here. Now you see the notch. Alright, as far as the actual size, including the notch, it is slightly longer with last year's Pixel 3 XL. Now, without the notch, obviously, this year's Pixel 4 XL is slightly longer. I really love the fact that there's no notch on this. Let me go ahead and put the hide it again. This is how I use it normally. Hide it because with the notch on there, you just can't access your notifications. As far as width, last year's Pixel 3 XL is slightly actually wider. So you're actually getting a longer, narrower phone this year. Alright, but in terms of overall size, I mean, they are nearly identical. Pixel 4 is obviously slightly taller and physically, and also just a tad narrower. Both have 1440p resolution displays, which is great. As far as display brightness goes, we'll go ahead and test that real quick. And we're just gonna go ahead and test out this white area down here. Not the super accurate, but it should give you a rough idea. So Pixel 3 726 versus 682. So last year's display is slightly brighter. Now, due to the lights pointing at the phones right now, that could actually mess up the test a little bit. But in my previous test, they were about the same. The display is also slightly warmer with the Pixel 4, slightly more bluish with the Pixel 3 XL. Now, of course, one of the biggest features this year with the Pixel 4 is the 90 Hertz. I don't know if you can tell here, it is a lot smoother with the Pixel 4 XL. Obviously because of the 90 Hertz. Now you can force it to 90 Hertz if you want, or you can have it adapt, which means it's gonna change and automatically adjust the screen refresh rate so you get the best battery possible and you're not doing like 90 Hertz when you're watching a 30 frames per second video. It's only doing 30 Hertz. Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL's implementation of 90 Hertz is gonna save you battery, at the same time allow you to enjoy that nice 90 Hertz. And you can see right away it's a little bit more jittery with the Pixel 3. Now, unless you play a lot of games, you're never gonna actually go above 30 or 60 Hertz. Like personally for myself, the only thing I really gain from the 90 Hertz is a much smoother UI, but most videos I watch is 30 frames per second, so I'm not really gaining much other than smoother UI. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about CPU and RAM. The Pixel 4 XL has the Snapdragon 855 processor with 6 gigs of RAM. The Pixel 3 XL has a Snapdragon 845 processor with 4 gigs of RAM. Now, I felt like 4 gigs of RAM was just enough to get most of the things done. Having 6 gigs gives you a ton more performance, especially when playing games or graphic heavy apps. You'll get much better performance with the Pixel 4 XL. Now, I just ran this Antutu test, and boy, the extra 2 gigs on the Pixel 4 XL gives it this ridiculous performance of 415,000 on Antutu. This is on stock Android 10. That is super fast. Most Snapdragon 855 devices will not go above 400K. So that's actually really good numbers. And you can see the Pixel 3 XL falls way behind. So you can see 30% increase in CPU performance, almost 60% improvement in GPU performance, slightly better with memory, and a lot better with UX. So obviously if you need the absolute best performance, you're gonna want the Pixel 4 XL versus Pixel 3 XL. Still gonna do decent. Unless you absolutely need the fastest processing power, you don't need to upgrade to the Pixel 4 XL. Alright, let's talk about battery. The Pixel 4 has 3700 milliamp hour versus 3430 milliamp hour for the Pixel 3 XL. Not too much difference. That's only a difference of maybe 270 milliamp hour. So you're not gonna see a ton of difference in battery life. And both are running the latest Android 10. So you should get slightly better battery life with the Pixel 4. But again, it's got more stuff like radar, the 90 Hertz. And if you add it up, you might actually get slightly better battery life with the Pixel 3 XL, which is less sophisticated. Of course, you can always turn those features off on the Pixel 4 XL to get the same or better battery life than the Pixel 3 XL. Now, I haven't actually done tests. The Pixel 4 XL might actually give you a better battery life due to more efficient processor. But roughly, you're not gonna get a ton more from either of these. All right, let's go on to the front camera. This is sort of important here. And you can see the Pixel 4 has just one camera, while the Pixel 3 XL has two cameras. So this is the main camera, and I can literally go to the second camera, and you can see how much more it fits, maybe 10 to 20% more. So I really love the wide angle camera on the front camera of the Pixel 3 XL. So if you enjoy those super wide selfies, Pixel 3 XL is still better device for the front camera. And you have the option to do regular camera also, which is very, very nice. So I'm not actually sure why Google got rid of it, but too bad. Now let's go ahead and go to the back camera on these. So the back camera, about the same angles as you can see. Not too much difference in hardware. Now when I tested these phones out, especially in low light and night sight, you do get better photos with the Pixel 4. So you do get slightly better photos, slightly better low light, slightly sharper, slightly more details with the Pixel 4. It's not a huge difference. You're gonna be able to get away with most photos with the Pixel 3 XL, and it's gonna look really nearly identical to the Pixel 4. But Pixel 4 XL will still look better. All right, now the biggest difference this year, there is a telephoto 2x camera on the Pixel 4 XL. So you get an extra telephoto camera that also has OIS, which means when you're taking videos, you're gonna get that nice steady shots. Now the Pixel 3 XL has zoom too, but this is all digital. You're not gonna get as much details as the Pixel 4 XL. Now personally, I don't really use telephoto that much. I wouldn't mind having a digital version of the zoom, which isn't too bad. For occasions that I absolutely need to zoom in, I can go ahead and use a digital zoom, but I would really rather have a wide angle. And many people are complaining this year, obviously, because there's no wide angle on the back, and they moved the wide angle for the front. All right, also with night sight astrophotography, you're gonna get slightly better performance, a lot more stars as I've shown you in my last video, also check that out. So the Pixel 4 does have advantages with the camera. It's not a huge upgrade from last year's Pixel 3 XL, mostly because Google did so well improving from Pixel 2 XL to 3 XL. But if you're already using Pixel 3 XL, Pixel 4 XL is not gonna be a huge upgrade. You're gonna lose your front wide angle camera. For the back camera, you're gonna gain a telephoto camera, but the main camera performance, like I said, it's not a huge upgrade. Now, if you're coming from like something like a Pixel 2 XL or original Pixel 1 or any older phones, then it's gonna be a very, very good upgrade. All right, one thing I really love about the Pixel 3 XL that's missing, obviously, is the fingerprint sensor. I mean, this is just such a fast way of unlocking my phone. Just love the easy fingerprint sensor. Whereas the Pixel 4 XL now only runs on facial recognition. And I am having some trouble sometimes when I wear glasses, sunglasses. It does work with sunglasses and glasses, but sometimes there's like a delay. And also there's an issue right now where if you have your eyes closed, it's still gonna work, which is a huge concern for those of you who are sleeping and somebody could take your phone and simply put it over your face while you're sleeping and boom, they can unlock your phone. So some security issues, I think Google will fix it with the Pixel 4 XL. But yeah, I would rather totally have the rear fingerprint sensor. If security is a concern, you might actually be better off with the last year's Pixel 3 XL. Now, both phones do have IP68 rating. You can pretty much dunk this in the swimming pool just fine, go swimming with it. I mean, they don't really tell you to, but I do it on all my phones. I've had 0 broken phones from actually swimming in swimming pools. I just don't recommend saltwater swimming, which can really break your phone. So both have IP68 rating, very good. Both have wireless charging. All right, let me give you a quick demo of the sound. Now, the Pixel 3 XL last year had a speaker here and speaker in the front, which means when you're watching your Netflix or listening to music, the music is gonna come straight to you. All right, whereas the Pixel 4 XL now has the sound, the second speaker on the bottom here, grills right here. It actually comes out of here, which means when you're watching it like this, you sort of have to cup it to get that sound back to your ears. But even without doing that, it sounds very balanced. The sound is slightly richer with the Pixel 4 XL. Let me go ahead and demonstrate. So very nice loud sound with nice rich bass. All right, which I really like. Sorry, I can't play for these for too long due to copyright. And the Pixel 3 XL, just as loud, you don't get that extra bass. Just a slight difference, but both have very, very good speakers in my opinion. These have one of the best stereo speakers on all of the smartphones. Other than that, both phones are unlocked. They work on all 4 carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, Verizon, or any other carrier in the world. Another beauty of the Pixel, both of these phones, is that they both have eSIM and a SIM card tray, which means actually if you use it with Google Fi like I do, and also you can have like a T-Mobile or AT&T SIM card or Verizon SIM in there, and you can actually switch. It's not really a pure dual SIM device, but you can easily switch between your Google Fi network on the eSIM and whatever SIM you use. It's sort of a hybrid dual SIM phone if you use it that way. All right, lastly but not least, let's talk about price, and is it worth to get the newer Pixel 4 XL versus the Pixel 3 XL? This retails for $899. You can grab a brand new Pixel 3 XL on eBay for about $450, half the price. And you can get a used one for like $300, $350. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Google Pixel phones always have very, very high prices. They always come out with a processor that's been out since March. Now, if you did put a pre-order, you can get $100 off, which means you can get this for $800. Even at $800, it's pretty darn expensive. I don't know why Google does this. I wish Google went back to their old motto where they're selling great phones for a cheap price. Remember Galaxy like Nexus, the Nexus S? All of those phones were half the price of other flagships. Now Google has sort of gone premium. At the same time, they're not really offering as much as their competition. So I feel like in the last 3-4 years, all the Pixel devices have been overpriced. I'm sorry, I'm a fan, but I think your price is a little too high. The fact that you can get last year's Pixel 3 XL for half the price, I would say this is the deal of the year. Unless you absolutely need the faster processor, the slightly better camera, the 2x telephoto zoom, you don't really need the Pixel 4 XL. I mean, if I had one phone to buy and I was gonna buy a Pixel, I would buy last year's Pixel 3 XL. If you still have this phone, I would just still keep on to it. For most Pixel phones, you don't need to upgrade it for every year. You can upgrade it every 2 years. That's about the right time frame. So I feel like price is a little too high. Last year, Google slashed Pixel 3 XL prices by, I think, almost $300 on Black Friday, and I was so mad. I bought this phone for full price and Google slashed the prices on me! And they didn't even offer refunds for people who bought for full price at the launch. We should have got the discount, not the people who waited 3 months and bought on Black Friday. So the same thing might happen. You might be able to get a deal for the Pixel 4 XL on Black Friday. If you absolutely want to get it, and if you want to get a good deal, just wait for November, which is just a month away, Black Friday. I bet you Google will slash another $200 for you Black Friday whores. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything in this video, but if you have any questions, do let me know. I forgot to cover video camera. Video camera about the same, so that's why I didn't really cover it. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment box below. Have a great day, and as always, stay on Pixel 4 and Pixel 3 XL.
Click here to subscribe.